Good morning, people. I should probably speak very softly. I drove through town last night, saw quite a few people in familiar places. Thanks for making the effort of getting up before this morning. It's good to see you all. Looking forward to a fantastic second day of the SAS Rugby seminar. Just a quick one again. So as we mentioned last night or yesterday, we will be showing this on social media on our YouTube channel today from 9 till 11, this session. I think it'll be a Brit session, so please spread the word. I've sent it to quite a few coaches that's not here. You literally just go on YouTube, follow SAS Rugby, and you'll see the event will pop up. I will repeat this again, but lunch today, can we please just kind of do it staggered? We'll finish with our session. So I'm going to say this side of the seminar, you guys can go first to lunch when we announce. When we announce lunch, you guys can go first, just stagger for 15 minutes, and the rest of you guys can just follow. We're just moving a few things around again. Joe Shaw will be talking to us from Saracens after this. We'll go on lunch, we'll come back, and then we'll go into a panel discussion before we get Marius van der Westhuis, and Joe needs to fly back to Johannesburg for their training session tomorrow morning. To the Paul Roy gentlemen, thank you for being here. We really appreciate the stuff you put in. And then also with Saracens, David Jones unfortunately couldn't make it. He stayed behind in England because of family reasons. So Joe will be, as head coach of Saracens, will be heading the whole chat. Okay, then we can kick on with proceedings. Our next speaker is a seasoned coach. Expertise has left a lasting mark on successful school teams like Waterkloof and Bishops. His coaching prowess extends to the Pumas under-20s and Currie Cup teams, the Griffins and SWD. With a notable 3-year stint at Connacht and experience coaching the Irish A-side, Steph brings a wealth of knowledge to the table. Currently, he serves as a consultant for World Rugby. Please welcome me in joining Steph Nell, and back to the stage, Matt Johnson and Des Ryan.
Sorry, Des is Steph's letting the worst one go first this morning. So glad to see so many of you are creatures of habits and sitting in the same seats as well. And then I hope you did enjoy last night too, because in my experience, that's where the best footy chats are had, over a quiet cup of tea and a lemonade. Just waiting for the screens to come up before we jump in. They are plugged in. If not, I'll do an interpretive dance of the session, and that'll give the streamers something to cheer about. So the session today is looking at the 15s World Cup. So what were some of the key stats in the activity there? We're going to look very quickly. There we are. We're on screen. This is my favourite bit. This is patent pending. This is my my trademark of analysis coming up. So we'll look at the role of the analyst, World Cup activity, what sets South Africa apart, some of their key stats in the game, and then have a look at how they compare to both Ireland and Portugal for something a little bit different. So for me, and this relates a little bit to last night, the analyst isn't just the numbers, it's almost a translation service. So you're simplifying the complex and translating it to coach speak. So we start with this huge iceberg of information. We break it down into manageable chunks that can be used for a practical purpose by the coaches. Then we refine it even further. That's something that's easily digestible for the players. So hopefully you had a few little margaritas last night as well or something and did some analysis that way. But for us, what we're about, the World Cup activity. So again, we're going to break it down into activity, scoring, set piece. So big ones, ball in play, 33 minutes, 48 seconds. So what? Ball in play itself is a bit misleading because box kick to box kick is ball in play, but there's not much really happening. So it's really the activity cycles and the max activity. So the biggest one at the World Cup, New Zealand v Ireland, second half, 6 minutes of play. Kiwis holding in there, defending, trying to stop the Irish. The Irish being superb at controlling their own ball, but not being able to break through. So imagine having to defend 60 minutes at the end of a quarter-final. Huge, huge effort. But the average activity cycle there again, about 29 seconds. Passes, most often in the game, up around 270 there. For those of you who like a little bit of razzle-dazzle, about 18 offloads per game. Rucks, around that 150, 155, but it can go anywhere from 120 to 180, 200, depending on the games. The tackling too, we saw a record at the World Cup. Wales, the amount of tackles versus Fiji. Now it was up in the 200s. Now that doesn't mean there's 200 odd carries, that means there's 2 and 3 players in the tackle each time. So it's another question for you about how you stat your tackle tech. Is it first up primary, is it tackle assist, or is it everyone involved that way too? Interestingly though, 48 kicks per game, a lot of kicks. We'll talk about that later on. But for me, the big one here, so we break it down. HPU refers to High Performance Union. So South Africa's, I was going to say Australia, we sort of are, not really performing. New Zealand, France, Ireland, Six Nations, everyone there. Performance Union refers to the next tier below. So Fiji's, Romania's, Namibia. So High Performance Union versus High Performance Union. Our average activity was 31 seconds. Our average rest was 48. For a Performance Union versus Performance Union, average activity 28, average rest 48. And then High Performance Union versus Performance Union, average activity cycle 25 seconds, average rest 47. So interestingly, the activity or the break in play is the same, but the intensity of activity rises and rises for that next level. So hopefully we'll add some intensity to our session coming up here. Looking at scoring, set piece is huge. The line out, about 50% of tries come from that line out, either a strike play like Mike Friday was talking about yesterday, at first and second phase, or multi-phase from there, and the scrum about 18%. Now that varies for someone like a Japan, who are they're very scrum focused compared to the line out not being a massive strength, so that flips. But for me, the non-structured part of our game, 17% of tries come from kick return. And we're going to have a look at a little Wallabies game model later. I talked about Whisk yesterday, which was our counter-attack and kick return philosophy. So almost coach that as another set piece. Because kick return, they lead to tries, but as I said yesterday, about 30% of our possession come from kicks, 18 possessions in the C zone, especially when we play South Africa, coming back from that box kick. Another one too, the way we break down defences. So 11% of tries came from a kick regained in that same phase. So that little dink through, the cross kick, South Africa against France, that pressure contestable kick, win the ball back, score the try 2 times, perfect footy. We get into set piece. Interestingly, line out 1 again, only about 83%. Scrum 89, so like we talked about with sevens yesterday, scrum the most stable source of possession. And I love the fact that Mike talked about receipts as well. When we talk about restarts and receipts, normally in the language we try and use, restarts is when we kick, receipt is when we receive, put them together, massive set piece. But we saw here about 80% of receipts were won, so not too bad at securing your possession. When we get into the attacking 22 metres, there are normally 9 lineouts per game, and 83% again. So across the competition, it was quite good. And lineout delivery into a maul, just less than half in the 22. So for countries who don't like the maul, who like to see attacking footy, we're still seeing plenty of that. And for traditionalists who love to use the maul as a weapon, we're seeing quite a few as well. We do have some stats there. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, if you want some more reports, happy to give them to you, because the line-out success of South Africa at times, or the scrum against the performance unions was weaker. The line-out against the high-performance unions, that island game where they were both turning over each other's line-out ball, amazing really. So what set South Africa apart when they played those performance unions? Well, the big one for me, 98% ruck retention. They were great on their own ball, but they were devastating on the opposition's ball. Turned them over 13% of the time. And for the game, they had a plus 10.5 turnover differential, which means they got the ball 10 more times than the opposition did, or turned the ball over 10 less times than the opposition. That's massive. You can't win a game if you're giving away that much pill. And most importantly, their discipline was key. They were the second most disciplined team at the World Cup, besides Japan. So they gave away only 8 penalties on average against performance unions, and we'll see against high performance unions, It's a similar stat, only 9%. So really well disciplined in those finals when they had to be. They had a +2 turnover differential against the top teams. And the defence, absolutely huge. Of all their entries into their own 22, they only conceded a try 13% of the time. So we get down there, the pressure's on, but they managed to shut them down. For me, they're the big ones, but most importantly, South Africa understood how they were, what their super strengths were, and they played to them. So again, know what you want to do, set out to achieve it, measure it. They were also so clever in some of their analysis. So think back to the quarter-final against France, one of the greatest games of footy I've ever seen. We go into that kick battle, and then we mark it in the 22 and take the scrum. And everyone's going, gee, I haven't seen that before. But their analysis had showed that in a kick battle, on the third kick back to France is when a line break was most likely to occur. So instead of kicking it back the third time, they changed it up, had the scrum, and changed the flow of the game there. So clever. Yeah, hats off, or hat will stay on, but yeah, amazing effort. And to win back-to-back, huge. But so we're going to have a look at game styles here too. So we're going to have a look at you guys versus Ireland, who obviously caused that, not an upset, but it was a hell of a game in the pool matches as well. And then someone like Portugal, who are almost the surprise packet of the World Cup, after winning the repechage to get their place. So we'll have a look at the ball in play. And again, before I said it doesn't really matter what happens there. But for a high-performance union versus a performance union game, average ball in play for South Africa was 30 minutes, 48 seconds. For Ireland, 31 minutes, 1 second. For Portugal, 37 minutes and 11 seconds. Now, some of that's down to scoring. In those high-scoring games, you're obviously going to have conversions and restarts, which drop ball in play right down too. But Portugal, will see why their ball in play is so high in a few different areas. Again, looking at possession, so 57% for the Springboks, 62% for Ireland, so strong on their own pill, like we talked about that 6 minutes activity against New Zealand. And for Portugal, even against the likes of Australia and Wales, holding the ball 51% of the time. 127 passes compared to 222 compared to 161. So we know sometimes we don't like to play too much. We prefer to be strong, put it down there, defend, put pressure on, win that turnover. Someone like Ireland, though, when they're maintaining possession, they're going to keep that ball, keep passing, and Portugal are going to try and shift and use their speed because they don't have the size in the carry. And the breakdown's not too different. 84 for South Africa, 99 for Ireland, and 83 for Portugal. What I like here, though, is the different kicks. So South Africa have a reputation as a kicking team. Portugal have a reputation as an attacking team, throw the ball around, but it's actually Portugal who lead in the kicks in those games. The pass-to-kick ratio, so how many times you pass before you kick, we're only sat there around 4, just over 4 for South Africa, 5 to 6 for Portugal, and 9 to 10 for Ireland. So Portugal actually ended the majority of their possessions with a kick. They were highest team at the World Cup to end their possession with a kick. And this sort of tells us the style of kick as well. So on average, South Africa kicked 654 metres per match, Ireland 747, but Portugal 928. So they're banging it long and on. They're trying to keep it in there, keep ball in play and tempo, put it down the paddock, chase hard, put pressure on, try and get a turnover. Didn't quite work, but it's really interesting to see how they play. And then finally, attacking into the 22. Now this is, this last stat here was all matches. So this one again is high performance versus performance unions. So on average, South Africa will get into the attacking 22 18 times, Ireland 22, and Portugal 14. So when Portugal are getting into the attacking 22 14 times against Australia and Wales in a game, they're giving themselves plenty of opportunity to get in that contest and win. Unfortunately though, being clinical and converting that into points, we see South Africa were amazing. 54% of the time they got into that 22, they scored the try. Ireland pretty good, 45%, but Portugal only 13. So you see that's where one of those massive differences in between high performance and performance, that clinical, ruthless nature of being able to finish there, or having big bodies who can just power over. Another way of looking at how they play is tries scored from their own half. So 19% is not a bad figure at all. So kick return, which we talked before about being a big try source. So working hard, getting back, getting numbers and playing through. So South Africa 19%, Ireland 23%, but 38%. Now it's a little bit misleading again, and this is where stats are funny. So Portugal only got 8 tries at the World Cup. 3 of them were from their own half. So being able to play, support each other and go for it. But again, it's the intent of what they're trying to do. And I just wanted to finish before we get into it by showing the importance of game modelling. So we talked yesterday about knowing who we are, what's important to us and measuring. So this is an example from the Wallabies from a couple of years ago. So pre-World Cup, this is still with Rennie and Wisemantel and McKellar. So what they stood for, what they wanted to do. They wanted to be pressure tested, so there was different pressure tested awards. This whisk was work hard, first to act, strike and counter. So it was all about that work rate, that counter attack. In defence or after kicks, it was that kick sprint to join together, to form that line, to put pressure on. In attack, they wanted that dominant carry and the brutal clean, so some of our groundwork that we saw or mentioned yesterday. Speed to set, again, all about work rate and skills under pressure. Then defend to score. So want to put pressure on to win the ball back. So what's that mean? Work hard, dominant hits, get on 14 men on our feet so we can, that line speed up and dominate collisions. Now that was an interesting way for the Wallabies to show on a one-pager their game plan and understand what was important and measure. Fiji were a little bit different at the World Cup. They went through everything they had and they came up with 3 guiding principles. And the first one was discipline. So they went from being one of the most penalised teams on average in the world, about 13.5 penalties per game, down to 9.5 at the World Cup, which was tremendous for them. So that was their first goal. The second one was take them deep, which was all about building their conditioning and putting pressure on at set piece. So their ball in play was way up as well in all their games, 35, 37 minutes. So they wanted to play and tire out the opposition. That take them deep also referred to their set piece of being able to scrummage for a long time, stay in the contest. And they actually had the best performed scrum in the World Cup in terms of winning their own ball. They were about 98%, a little bit higher, and won plenty of penalties as well. And the third one was play like Fijians. So have that flair, create those one-on-one, two-on-two opportunities. So discipline, take them deep, play like Fijians were their 3 key mantras, and everything else built into that. So every training session, they would be strict around discipline of their activities. If there was a penalty or a yellow card, there'd be a punishment. The conditioning, it was monitored the activity. So like we talked about yesterday with minimising our breaks, they'd do the same. Their intensity in training was huge. They would play 3 5-minute blocks, full intensity, no stoppage, with only a 2-minute turnaround, play 5 minute, 2-minute turnaround, play 5 minute again. Massive effort. Hadn't seen it in too many other teams at all going that hard, and that was a regular session. And then play like Fijians was about inspiring that attacking skill, creating opportunities. But it was interesting to see it was the third, so they actually played a little bit more like a traditional almost Six Nations union, very forward-based, forward carry, dominant scrum, dominant line-out, and forward tries almost. So it was interesting to see how the order of their game plan affected how they wanted to play too. So that game model for me, again, like we talked about yesterday, figure out what's important and measure it. So they were just 2 ways of showing that as well from the World Cup. Now that's a really quick 20-minute wrap-up on 48 games of mostly spectacular footy at the World Cup. But any questions before I throw you over to Des? Yeah, or sorry, well, just shout it out and I'll repeat the question for you. Are you good? Yeah.
Hello.
G'day again.
How are you?
Very well.
Nice to talk to you again.
Yeah.
So I love those stats that you gave today. But for me, for South Africa, the most impressive stats for me were defensive.
Yeah.
So if you look at the stats, I think versus New Zealand, sorry,
Yeah.
my app went down.
No, it's
I
all right.
think, South Africa was 200 and something tackles.
Yeah.
In.
Huge.
New Zealand was 92 tackles in. Look at the penalty range. South Africa was on 10.
Yeah.
South Africa was on 5. You
Yeah.
take it back again to England. Beautiful stats on tackling. Those one-on-one dominance. I mean, the level that they stayed on discipline. So for me, the best management for them, the scrummaging, yes, but the fact that to stay in defense and to be that disciplined for 100 and something to 200 and something tackles, that is phenomenal.
It is
So
absolutely
for me,
amazing.
that was the biggest game changer defensively rather than
Yeah.
the set pieces.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And interesting stat on dominant tackles too. South Africa led the dominant tackle stats at the World Cup. I think they were 11% of all tackles were dominant, which is a massive whack when you're trying to attack against them. We might have a few more questions at the end of the session. We'll throw over to Des now and get into our conditioning part, ready for our games.
Thanks.
Sure.
Okay, so this whole section is about maximizing our pit session with integrated conditioning. So basically how we get players physically ready for the game. So this is relevant for high performance, but it's also relevant for academy, sub-academy participation. It's really important for all stages. And how it comes to life is all about the relationship between the coach, the analyst, and the strength and conditioning coach. They've got to be a tight team. They've got to communicate well. They've got to be working smoothly together. So I'd suggest the S&C coach, analyst, must support the coach to achieve his or her vision, philosophy, game model. And a brilliant example of a game model just there with the Wallabies way. That brings clarity, just like what we were talking about yesterday with the Arsenal approach philosophy. The coach is like a CEO of a company, and the S&C analysts are advisors. And really good CEOs energize, guide, lead, listen, work collaboratively. Not so good CEOs are authoritarian, don't listen, don't communicate. So that's an important skill in a coach. And we're there to support it at the end of the day. Coaches, you're the CEOs. They must plan and work closely together. And it's important they work as an interdisciplinary team. So it's linked again to the coaching philosophy, the principles of play. I gave an example yesterday in Arsenal where I used to work. Clear philosophy, clear principles of play in attack, transition, defense. And they're emphasized in all the sessions. So some ideas when you're building integrated conditioning sessions. You create a weekly framework. What does your week look like? What happens where? Everyone agrees to it. And I have a few examples later on. You categorize each session or each section of a session into red, high intensity, yellow, moderate, green, light. There's physical blocks built into the week. So there's a rugby fitness session, and that's what we're going to be doing later on. The language is the same between the players, parents, coaches, analysts. It's long-term planning, and in that rugby fitness session, we're trying to get 100% of a game intensities, maybe 150 as we progress. We're trying to be harder than a game for a certain proportion of time. So here's the framework we used in Arsenal Academy. Very simple. All the coaches got together, under 16 to under 23. We agreed that match day +2, Monday, after a Saturday match, is a restart day. See, it's in green, it's light. Tuesday is the football fitness day. It's extensive, it's big areas. We all know Tuesday is the football fitness day. Wednesday, we recover. Thursday is match day -2. That's intense. Not as intense as Tuesday. We're development, we're academy. So we're still working them hard. Then match prep, match day -1. And if you look below, over the course of a month, we had 2 sessions where we used large-sided games, 2 sessions where we used moderate, medium-sized games, and 2 sessions where we use small-sided games. So it's balanced over the whole month. But that's soccer. I'll show rugby examples going forward. And some groups have technology, like GPS, and you can look back at the session. But don't worry, I think we survived without GPS in the past. I was that era. No one died. We did good sessions. It was all done well. And we're going to be doing this session without GPS. And we're going to figure out the distance run. And we're going to figure out the contacts. And we don't need GPS. But when you do have it, you can do things like this. Saturday in red, that's the match. Friday in green, low intensity. That's match day -1. Thursdays in yellow, moderate intensity. Wednesdays in blue, that's a day off, bit of a recovery session. And Tuesday, orange, that's the high intensity day. And if I look at high speed running, I see 1,200 meters of high speed running. And if I look at the match, 600 odd meters. So I know on our Tuesday session we did double what's in a match. And I'm happy, the coach is happy, players are kind of happy, and everyone's happy. So, some examples. It's tricky working together because everyone has their own idea what fitness is, what conditioning is, what endurance is. And we're going to have that discussion now because there's lots of options. Here's one option. It's just going for a run. Long, steady endurance. Here's another example. World Cup. Non-selected players doing a bit of hill running with Alid, brilliant strength and conditioning coach. Here. Then, this is quite popular, mass running it's called. You do a test, you work out the meters per second, that's your maximal aerobic speed, and then everyone does a slightly different distance, and it's 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So that's available. That's another option. Now I'm just checking if the sound will work on this. Not quite, so I might need a little bit of help with that one. I'll give it another go. No, we'll survive without it, but I'll keep moving, and maybe if I give a hand on that one. And here's another example where it's starting to look a little bit like rugby. There's prowlers being used, they're in rugby positions, it's still not rugby, but it's another session, another option that's available. Wrestling. And here's another excellent example from the Springboks. Yeah, it's on a bike, it's not rugby, but it's another option. High intensity for a short period of time, and then going to tackle bags. And not doing rugby, but high intensity activity, up and down off the ground, explosive activity there. Other options, now it's a conditioned game. It's not tackling, it's not the rules of rugby. It's in a small area, but it's another option of fitness. Then the pitch size gets bigger, and it's looking more like rugby, and it's small-sided games. That's an option. But what do you use? And when do you use each one of those? That's where the confusing conversations happen. And that's what we're going to chat about now. So one of the things you can do is profile the player, figure out what's needed. And when you're profiling, you can look at their height, weight, body composition, movement, speed, agility, power, strength, endurance, training age, S&C training age, injury history. You might want to do all of those, or some of those. And we're getting a picture of the players we're training. Here's an example of what we use with some underage squads at home. So there's a lot of detail on that. But basically, on the right-hand side is the first test. And on the left-hand side is the second round of fitness tests. At the top is maturation information. And the player is in green, so we know he's past his growth spurt. This player is under 15. The first round of tests, he was 95% of adult height. The next round, 96. The next column is movement. The next column is conditioning. So he was 17.8 in the yo-yo test, and he's got 20. He's pretty good. He's in green, above average. Yellow is average. Then it's his speed. He was 1.83 for 0 to 10, and then he's 1.85. He's yellow, he's average. That's giving me a clue that that's where that player needs to focus on. Then it's power. He was 17 for the counter movement jump, and now he's 31. Improvement there, above average. Then the broad jump, jumping straight ahead, he was 190 centimeters, he's 194. It's red, it's below average, so I might need to work on that. So these give clues on what we need to work on for the players. Then demands of the game. Now this is tricky. So what I did before I came here, I gathered 24 of the best studies with GPS, and I looked through them all, and I went, oh, warning, that's complex. They don't make it easy. Now what do I mean by that? So in each of the studies, there was different companies used of GPS. So can you compare them? Maybe not. They used different hercs, sampling measurements, how often per second. Some were 1, some were 5, some were 10, some were 20, different again. Different metrics they used in each of the studies. Different thresholds they used in each of the studies. Some of them used relative, i.e. relative to you. Some of them used absolute, what you ran. And there was different game models used, different teams, different age groups. So very tricky, but I'll simplify it. An example of that trickiness, here's some studies with men 7s, looking at a number of studies using GPS. And basically the key point I see here is 1,100 meters is covered in a game. And that's above 5 meters per second. So that's the threshold they used. Lots of people use different thresholds. And in this collection of 4 studies, there's 4 different companies of GPS and 3 different hercs, 3 different ways of measuring that. So it's hard to draw a conclusion out of these. But let's look at some studies that are relevant. And this study looked at teams at under 16 in school, under 18 in school, and university teams. Here's how it's shared on the study. That's confusing to me. I'm sure it's confusing to ye. If I simplify it, for forwards, under 16 players did 1,000 meters of high-speed running. Under 18 did a little bit more, 1,089. University did 1,170. So basically, they're running a bit more as they get older. So we've got to be pushing that. RPE, rate of perceived exertion, it's all high. It's all 8+ for these matches. And that's something simple we can use that we look at. Now the threshold in this, remember in the 7s, it was above 5 meters per second. This is above 3.3 meters per second. That's grand, okay? Different threshold. The backs, 1,000, up to 1,300, up to 1,800. They're running more. They're backs, that's logical. They're running more as they get older. We have to help them run more. Here's a study from Leinster of their worst case scenario. This is how it's reported. That's a bit complicated. Let's make it simple. Yeah, forwards, high speed running, 492 meters. Now, they used a threshold of above 60% of your max speed. So different to the last study. That's why it's complicated to compare all these studies. Collisions for forwards, 72. Let's look at backs. 1,000 meters of high speed running. Backs run more. Collisions, 31. Less collisions for the backs. So we should be thinking this as we're designing our rugby fitness session. And there's the thresholds there. But a really simple thing to use is rate of perceived exertion. So we're going to use that for this session. And I'm going to ask the closest 2 young men to come over here, please. And that's you as well. Lovely. Jogging over. Yeah. Come on. Yeah, bet him to it. Oh, come on, all 3 of you. So I'm going to ask these mannerly young men, what was the rate of perceived exertion for their last session? Now, as we discussed earlier, 10 is the hardest match you've ever played. 1 is walking down Dorp Street looking for the girls on your lunchtime. Nice and relaxed. Okay? 5 is a hard session. 7 is a very hard session. 10 is the hardest game you've ever played. So your last session, and you will be different, and don't copycat, do copy if it's the same. What RPE was your last session? 5. 4. 4. Logical. Probably a technical, tactical session, patterns of play, line-outs, very good. And the coach knows I've hit 4 or 5 RP out of 10. We're going to try and get 8 in our session, because it's a rugby fitness session. We might get it, we might not. If we're not getting it, I might be shouting a bit louder. If we are getting it, I might be calming it down a bit. So that's valuable information for us, valuable information for ye, and the key to this is the player is honest and gives us the correct feedback. And you do that because you're mannerly young men. So thanks very much. That's how simple it is. Doesn't cost anything. Doesn't scientifically proven, accurate, and internal demand intensity of the player. So the practical that's coming up, we're not going to use GPS. I've estimated that we'll cover 900 meters of high-speed running, even in this relatively small area. I estimated that we're going to do 1,000 collisions. So I don't need GPS for that. I just planned out the session with the coach, with the analyst, and that's what we're going to get approximately. Now, in 2 weeks, if we were to take this team again, we're going to get more than that. And we're going to add a run, add a game, etc., and gradually overload them. If I'm to progress it even further, and I haven't a budget for GPS, I get a single GPS, about 200 euros. I put it on one player in the session, and that gives me a picture of it. Then if I progress further, I can get the basic system. I progress further, I can get the advanced system, but most people won't have access to that. But that's an option. And if I did have that, I'd keep it simple. I'd just look at distance. I'd look at high-speed running, over 5.5 meters per second. That's faster than a stride out. And I'd look at impacts. I could look at so many other things in GPS, but that tells me how many impacts did I get, how much high-speed running, what was the total distance. Right? Next session, I'm going to get a little bit more. Very simple. Now, are we doing, this is where the confusion continues. Are we doing fitness? Are we doing conditioning? Are we doing energy system development? Well, there are 3 different things. And if I'm to summarize, fitness is doing interval running, hill running. Everyone's trying to cover the same distance in the same time. Group tough fitness session, like the South Africans going up the hill there. There's a place for that. Conditioning, game-based, integrated conditioning. What we're going to do now looks and feels more like rugby. Energy system development, isolated, working on a particular energy system. Individual, that's another option. So if I'm to describe them, fitness, it's general, running up a hill, running an interval. It's general in physiology. All the different energy systems are being developed at once. If I'm to look at conditioning, it's specific to rugby. It's general to physiology. Like the game, all the different energy systems are being trained at the one time. If I'm doing energy system development, it's general, it's running, it's cycling. It's specific to the energy systems. Aerobic system, anaerobic system, lactic system. But where do they fit? So in the off season, personally, and a lot of the good conditioners out there, I'd prescribe energy system development. Individual, at home, early part of the pre-season as well. Then I throw in a bit of fitness, tough sessions like you saw, the hill running, the interval running. But for the majority of the season, you're doing conditioning. Time precious. You have to play the game. You have to develop them in rugby skills. And you can do fitness as well. Double hit, and that's what we're doing today. Now there might be parts in the season where you do a bit of energy system development, gaps in the season, you do some fitness, sporadically through the season. Now, this is excellent. This was provided by Dan Howells. I was lucky enough to present at the Australia Strength and Conditioning Conference, and he simplified here energy system development. That's not for today, but that's where your qualified strength conditioner prescribes to the player exactly what they need to work on based on their fitness test, based on their need. That should be going along in the background, in the off-season, in the pre-season. But we're focusing on this, the main content in the season to get them fit. So we're going to do condition games, integrated conditioning. Here's some examples. Option 1 is like a circuit. Option 2 is combining games and exercises. That's what we're going to show. What's the most fatiguing part of rugby? Contact. Mike Ford said it yesterday. What are we going to focus on in the session? Matt showed it there clearly. Catch, pass, tackle technique, contact, body control, and playing the game. That's what's needed in the game. So option 1, here's an example. It's a circuit. First activity is with a tackle bag, tackling. 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Next option is a shield hit. Up, hit the shield, go back. Swap with your partner. 15 on, 15 off. Next part of the circuit, running 30 meters, 15 seconds on, 15 seconds off with your partner. Next one, change of direction, a zigzag sprint. Next one, you could be ripping a ball, you could be punching the tackle shield. Next circuit is around the back of the ruck and sprint up. Next circuit is running through a channel. And there's other options you can use in circuit-based conditioning. And that could be the last part of your session. That's good, simple, measurable, intense, get you the high RPE, and it's one example. Option 2 that we'll be going for, combining the games and the conditioning drills. And here's an example. You could be hitting tackle shields or tackle bags. That could be half of the group over there. The other half is with the coach. The group that's with the coach is doing a game. Blow the whistle, swap. The group going to conditioning could be doing a passing and running drill like this. A little switch to the top of the grid, and sprint back. And it's timed, and you're trying to get a timed target, and you're trying to improve that time. Then swap back to the coach. They're doing a game, a touch game or a contact game. Back to the conditioner. You're doing this drill like Aled here. South Africa are very lucky to have Aled Waters in the past and Andy Edwards now, and he's doing a simple drill where he's pointing where the player goes. Change of direction, high intensity, about 15 seconds of an activity. There's down and ups as well during it. Eventually Aled will call sprint. Sprints past him and then slows down. I don't think Aled saw that, but anyway, and he's sprinting. Then do some wrestling. And back to a game as an example. So just before I finish, I've an example of a game here from the distant past. It's myself and Philip Morrow with the Irish under-20s. And it wasn't a brilliant session. So I'm going to play the game, and you put your hand up when you think we should have stopped this game. We're working with a coach called Alan Clark, and I feel we should have stopped the game a little bit earlier. So I'll get it going. Yeah, and there they are. We've done running drills before this. We've done conditioning drills before this. We've done more contact drills with the forwards. We've done more running and passing with the backs. And then they're into this touch game. So I feel, yeah, there's not much mistakes going on. The game is moving. They're recycling the ball reasonably well. Everybody's moving. Now they're very tired at this stage. They're passing. Passes are successful. Everybody's running. I don't see many walking. Okay. Now it's doing, oh, yeah, he's kept the ball alive. Everybody's running. Not too fast, but they're running. They're really tired at this stage. Popping the ball. Now they've dropped it. I'm putting my hand up if I'm a conditioner. I'm going, let's see. Oh, the ball's gone down to the ground. We should have stopped it just before that. And now we know the threshold for the players, and now we know the length of the game. Less mistakes, keeping the ball alive, successful completed passes and restarts. So, that's the thing we have to be aware of, and a coach conditioner working together. Here's an example, and we'll share these slides, of what I think a good rugby week would look like in a school. You have your activation session on the Monday, an upper body gym afterwards, 2 early morning gym sessions, whole body, Tuesday, Thursday, your tough rugby fitness session on the Tuesday, Wednesdays recover, then a moderate intensity session on the Thursday, RPE 6, RPE 8 on the Tuesday, a captain's run, RPE 3 on the Friday, and the match on the Sunday. Every environment is different. This is just an example, but an example of a framework. Now in that rugby fitness session, here's the overview of today's session, and we're going to do 45 minutes. And by the way, players, you'll start warming yourselves up again while Steph is talking, and you'll be getting ready for the session. So the first block is 24 minutes. There's 3 sections of 8 minutes in there. I'll be working with the players, Matt will be working with the players, Steph will be working with the players. We have a little break, and then we go into a game scenario for the second block, where there'll be 3 5-minute blocks. So thank you. I'll hand you over to Steph now to bring it all together to give a bigger overview of what we're doing.
Thanks, Daisy.
No problem.
Am I on? Yeah. Desi very dryly remarked when I walked in, it's like a reunion of the Beatles. So some of the drills that you're going to see is post-World War II. But the nice thing is Mike Friday yesterday said, there's nothing new in rugby. It's cyclical. Okay, so just quickly to try and integrate this, I'm really honored to be here. It's great to see you guys, and I hope to boost your confidence and show you why we've won the World Cup, because a lot of you are playing major roles in it. And I'm talking from Zwedi to Dirkie Ace to far places, and even Paul Roos. So professional rugby is structured and player selection is data driven. You've all heard the term battle stats that Rassi uses. It's been overused, so incidents, etc., etc. Amateur rugby, schoolboy rugby, less structured, but more players providing an opportunity for growth. Oh, shit.
No, that's okay. It's, just go.
Sorry.
Just talk amongst yourselves, guys. Just we'll sort that.
It's not sharing. It's PDF. Yeah.
You get to see S&C coach and analyst work together. It always happens in our team meetings when we want things to go well.
That's you?
Yeah, if we go on rather the displays, rather than extend display, go duplicate.
But where is it? Where's the PDF?
So if you can find the PDF now, is it opening that?
Gents, maybe just while, Steph, you're on, otherwise just use 2 minutes, just stretch your legs, you're going to sit a little while, and then we'll crack on literally in 2 minutes. Don't
Are
leave
we
your
on?
seats.
Can you see something?
Yeah, it's on, it's on.
Oh, brilliant. Make it a little bit bigger. Right. Okay. Can you all see? Okay, so then we've covered that. Do you want to stretch? Clap, say hello to a friend, take 2.
steeds luisteren en ons nie die kondisionering en stuff verkry.
Ja, maar ek gaan nou
Okay, guys, thank you very much. We're going to crack on again. We are, as you remember, live streaming at the moment. So just to keep our audience all over the world interested. So, Steph, thank you very much.
ready? Right, guys. So I think the best kept secret in South Africa is the following. We've a rugby footprint in more than 2,000 high schools, 884 traditional, 1,945 non-traditional. So a new market emerging. The only country, tier one country in the world that has got the talent potential that we have. Remember, we've got 27,000 schools in the country. There are plus minus 5,000 or more than 5,000 teenage teams playing regularly in organized leagues. I'll share this with you so you don't have to screenshot it. I'm very happy to share it with Aaron and he can give it to you. Top 20 playing high schools have 16 to 24 teams playing on any given Saturday in leagues that stretch over 8 to 16 weeks. We all know about that. There's a new or emerging market that can more than double the current rugby footprint. However, it needs to be measured by, via data, developed through education, and appropriate competition that will attract investment. Traditional schools are self-funded. The budget in the top rugby schools equates to roughly about 12 million. Now, a lot of you will be shocked when I say that because that's not what it reads on the budget line of a school. But if you've got to maintain 5 pitches, if you've got to transport 24 teams to 3 derbies across the width and length of the country, if you look at the bursaries, let's say times 10 per year, 50 kids on a bursary in a school, that adds up. All adds up. So we look at our rugby budget, but we've got one line, and that's what we tell the committees, but that's not the truth. It's massive. The economy is massive. This also excludes what is invested by players. And why did I do this? I wanted to see how do you get the haves and the have-nots closer to one another. So you've got to understand that investment. And you've also got to understand that the traditional competition started in, well, almost 100 years, 97 years ago, 1927, 96, 97 years ago. So that's how long this has been going for. Estimated total budget, 10% of traditional rugby playing schools, approximately 260 million rands per annum. Are we selling or telling this story? No, we're not. Let's flip the pyramid. For rugby to unlock its full potential, we have to flip the rugby pathway. Let's capture what sits beneath. This is our wealth. But we need to measure this and we need to capture this. So we know it's declining or it's growing. Okay. Where do we start? So we've heard Desi, we've heard everybody, Matty, they were brilliant. First thing is measure your asset. So how many under 14 teams do I have? Let's say 6. So I have 6 loose head props, 6 hookers, 6 tight head props, 6 forelocks, 5s, 6s, 7s. Then, Desi's piece, start profiling this depth chart. All right, so screen them before you put them in weights, fitness test them, start progressing them. Matty showed us what happens most: running, catching, passing. Then, if you're a South African, obviously tackling. World Rugby does not count, or you saw the counting, 208, that's almost impossible because it's all the assists. For me, the definition of a tackle is shoulder in, you put the guy down and it's behind the guideline, then it's successful. Yes, maybe I'll add an assist, but it varies from country to country. And then capture performance history. So just start picking up. Out of 24 teams playing, or out of 8 on average, we've got 8 teams per school. So out of 8, how did they perform? So if you coach the Griffins, you're not going to beat the Stormers. All right? So it's got to be apples with apples. So when you coach the Griffins, you're probably not going to look at winning. You're probably going to look at satisfaction. Did we get what we wanted right? Did we turn them over? Did we score from counterattacks? And in the end, did we produce Springboks? If you've ticked those boxes, that's a win. If you, the Stormers or the Sharks or the Bulls, people expect you to win, and fans want that. So you've got to then tick that. So what I would do is I would just take define performance, and then I would measure that. Keep record. How did we do over a 4-year cycle? So these kids are now 16-year-olds. What's their performance history? What was it? What did it look like the previous 2 years, under 14, under 15? And then how do we progress this on? When we work with unions, critical success factors for performance, and this can be truncated into anybody, is the first thing is your asset. Your number one asset is your player. Okay, without a player, there's no rugby. Guess what's the number 2 asset? What would you say? If you want a game to happen, you need players and a ball, don't you? What else do you need? You actually need a referee before a coach. Surprising. Okay, so if we don't have referees and if we keep on giving out to referees, we're going to lose the game. Okay, so we've got to work with them. So putting players first, that goes with people. Develop people through education and empower through mentorship. So Desi speaks about the coach as a CEO. You saw what happened here. Disaster struck. I've no idea of how to fix and how to get it on the screen. If I didn't have Matty and I didn't have Desi, there would have been no show for you guys. So the Beatles would have been without a bass guitarist. Okay, so to me, CEO, coach, maybe, but I think a senior leadership team. My COO spends most time, who measures, is my S&C coach, my athlete developer. And he's not that concerned about the outcome unless I put him under pressure and say, we've really got to get that. He's looking at that long term. What does he deliver at the end of 5 years? Okay? And then Matty measures me every Saturday and he tells me, Steph, geez, we've got a problem. We can't catch under pressure. Or, geez, we're losing. Our ruck speed is 3 seconds plus. Penalty count 13. And according to the game model, we just put it in, we've got Generation Z that we're working with, we put it in a TikTok format, and we say, what's your name? Yours, yes. Gage. Okay, and I sent to Gage a TikTok on Sunday, and I said, Gage, what do you think of your tackle technique? Or maybe, Gage, geez, you did this really well. What do you think of this? And he's got his 2-minute TikTok. Monday he comes prepared, he knows what he's doing. If we've got a tall timber lock, we quickly send him a TikTok of the line-out successes and the ones that didn't go so well, and we've done the work. So it's evidence-based. It's not observational-based. Okay, that's the big difference. Daily training environment. What do I do if I only have a pitch? Well, the pitch is a start. In the entire West Africa, North Africa, there's less bespoke rugby pitches than in this street. There's 17 sitting here along the river. Okay? In West Africa, there's none, and in North Africa, there's about 4. Okay, so we've got a wealth. So how do you start if I only have a pitch? Well, I take an umbrella, I take a bucket of ice, some water, cold preferably, and bananas. And there we start creating a daily training environment. It's as simple as that. And we really respect it, and we make rules. Once you enter this, you don't walk. Outside the lines, you can walk. But inside the lines, we work. Sports science, long-term athlete play development. Desi's giving you the piece. Strength and conditioning. Integrated conditioning is the key. That really gives you the difference. And I'll share some examples of how you go from 52 in the world or in Europe to 21 over 3 years by doing this. How you lose 45-0 in your first game in Europe, and 2 months later or 3 months later, you turn that around by 46 points and you get a win. And that's just by integrated conditioning. And then your performance analyst. And those two together gives you data. What do you need to capture data? GPS? No. First thing that you need is weighing scale. Scale, maybe caliper. And I'm not going to shame anybody. I'm not going to body shame anybody, because then we won't have Frans Malabas or Oxen Chase. Okay, I'm going to say you have gained so much lean muscle mass, and I'm going to use it as a motivation. What does the data do? It improves my relationship with stakeholders. Who's the biggest stakeholder in a school? What's the most difficult thing? What's the thing that a schoolboy coach never wants to see near a training pitch? A parent. Okay? I don't want to see a parent. However, if I go and I've got Matty's video evidence and I've got Desi, then what we do is it's evidence-based. It's data. He sees it. He understands it. He sees the improvement and the performance improvement, etc. And there's no fight. Okay, so it makes your job a hell of a lot easier. Nutritionist, psychologist, player welfare to me is that step. So what happens if an injury occurs? And then competition and campaigns. If you structure yourself in the right manner with what we're sitting on, you can actually become a sub-academy. You can actually become a sub-academy. There are 2 things. You need to become data-driven, and you've really got to work on your sports science and your performance analyst. Performance analyst can start with a video camera, a phone. Okay, that's how you can start it. So it doesn't have to be an expensive system. Stopwatch also, we'll show you now how we use that instead of GPS. Basic demands of the game, this is in the session. Okay, so Matty summarized it. He's updated it to 223. So just look at the left column, ball and play. That's important. Passes, rucks, mauls. Because we're South Africans, we'll include tackles in there. That's the number. Kicks, line-out, scrums. Pass one every 8 seconds. Ruck, 1 every 13 seconds. Kick, 1 every 41 seconds. Basic demands. Kick, there you go. Forwards, let's look per meters per minute if you've got GPS. Accelerations, high speed running per minute, collisions per minute. Okay, that's if you've got the GPS. So I'm just quickly going to skim over that. This is the critical slide. What affects physical demands? So it's movement demands. So we're going to combine with running. We're going to combine with getting up off the ground. It's skill. actions: catch, pass, fall, place, clean out, how accurate are we, and then the collisions. You know, if you've to put down a Etsebet and you do, the first time you may do it and it'll be okay. If it becomes 4, 5 times in a game, at some point you're just going to say, geez, I'm backing out of it. So this is what Senior International says. What makes them the most tired? Movement and contact. Most fatiguing scenario, 7 out of 10. What's hard? High speed, high intensity running, repeated contacts combination. Okay, and then you can see what players say. So, what the fuck is this? Knowledge, just understand the demands of the game. Plan to train to the demands of the game. Hopefully we're going to hit it now. Use this or and plus technology to measure. Okay, so you don't have to have it. You can start without it. You can start with an ice cooler box, a banana for everybody, pre or post training, and an umbrella and a rugby pitch. Hope you're going to enjoy this. We're ready. Boys, are you ready? Took a little bit longer. I'm very happy to share this and more with you afterwards.
Okay, players, come on over here to this red line. We're only doing a warm-up set. So spread out along this red line, facing that way. So only go at 60%. You're doing the drill where you go to the yellow, spin, run backwards to the white, run to the white here, shuttle, finish on the red. See you later. Off you go. Yellow, spin, backwards, stride out to the white. Step on the line, turn, come back here. That's simple, isn't it? Wait there. Now we're going to do it for real. You're going to go at 90%, like a game. When you get here and you spin, you're kind of going like this. Now, if the ball was kicked to you and you had to react, hard to react when you're like that. Lower your center of gravity, go backwards in a lower position, ready to act. So they're going to do 6 runs, and then we're going to go over to the coach, to Steph, and do a rugby activity. So I'm going to time me. I'm going to get out of your way. Don't go till you hear the whistle. Good acceleration. Turn low. Straight out. Good running. Turn quickly at the line. Finish here. 12, 13, 14. You should be beating 15. You have 15 seconds rest. There's a break in play. You're going to have to go again soon. You're going to have to go explosively, and you're going to go beat 15 5 more times. Don't go before the whistle. Good running. Low. Lean forward, stride out. Beating that 15 seconds. We're at 11. We're at 12. We're at 13. We're at 14. Well done. 4 more to go. And getting your break. And don't be like this. Up tall, ready for action. Getting close to the time, getting in the set position. So we'll be going soon. Don't predict when I'm going to blow the whistle. Wait and have good discipline and go on the whistle. Number 3 of 6. Now this is fast. This is rugby pace. This is getting high speed running. This is quick change of direction. 12, 13, 14, 15. Few the players not making it. It's okay because you lost your runner. You did well to finish with the boot off. Good work. We've 4 done, 2 to go. Then you're going doing rugby. You're going doing rugby when you're breathing hard, just like a game. You're going to concentrate on keeping the ball alive. But for now, we're going to run fast. Good. Nice low position, striding out. Good fast pace. Turning quickly. 11, beat 15, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good. Let's just do one more, but make it a good one. Really explosive. Set position. Good effort. That low position. Some of you too high. Striding out. Beat 15. This is your last one. Keep them fast. We're at 12. We're at 13. We're at 14. We're at 15. Some of you doing it, some of you not. Take your break. You're going over to Steph.
Do you want to come in? Let me quickly talk to you. Come. Okay. Start the ball on the right-hand side. We're going for 30 seconds. So if you get to that side, keep going until I say stop. One group is going to rest for 30. The other group is going to work from that side. Also, ball starting on the right-hand side. Remember what I said? Pace on the ball. Accelerate, decelerate. Okay. Let's go. If a ball drops, you pick it up, you carry on. Okay. Let's go. Back. All the way back. All the way back.
As Steph is doing that, I'm timing. He's got 3 minutes. As a good conditioner, I'm going to push Steph to get it done in 3 minutes.
Get back more.
And keep it moving.
Get back. Okay, guys, you've got to start at the same time. Ball on the right-hand side. Ball right. We're passing left. Okay, remember to work off the ball. Remember to put pace on the ball. I want to see fast, slow. And you keep running until I say stop. Ready? You keep playing. Go. Go. Short. Go. Talk. No, you're not putting pace on the ball. That's slow. Go faster. That's it. Work off. Keep going. Go. Keep going. Too slow. And I don't want you sideways. Keep going. One more. Go. Pass. Put pace on the ball. Okay. Next group. Go. 30. The group that rested. Go. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 1. No. Play. You've got to start talking. Keep going. Guys, listen. We always get the ball from the same guy. Okay? 1 gets the ball from 5. 2 gets the ball from 1. So you've got to follow that guy, and I want you to talk. Keep going. Quicker. No, there's no pace on the ball. That's beautiful. Play. Well done. Talk. Softer. Go. Keep going. One more. Go. 1 to 2. Where are you, 1? You should be here. No. 1 is not working. Okay, ready. Okay, go. Next group, go. 5. 1. Okay, go look for 5. Go. Okay, is julle reg? Volgende 5. Gaan. Go. Keep going. Gaan. Go.
One
Go.
minute left.
Forward. That's perfect. Keep going. Kom. Jy moet vorentoe gaan, seun. You've got to get the ball in the front. Go. Next group, go. Go, Tian. Go. Kom ons kyk. Werk van die bal af, kom haal hom. Dit maak nie saak nie. Speel net aan. Kom. Go look for the ball. Go. Jy moet voorkom 4. Okay, go. This group goes. Tell me, Desi. Go. Where's the other 2? Come on.
30
Let's
seconds.
go. That's fine. Keep going. And go. Last one. Go. Julle werk van die bal af. Jy moet van die bal af werk om hom hier te kom kry, né? Okay. Well done. Stop.
I'll get them going now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, lads, next drill. I have a minute to get them ready. 1 player grab a bag, 1 player at the wall, ready to tackle the bag. Jogging over, slow jog, like to do in the soccer training. Yeah, no walking. That's walking there. We're focused on you two. We're focused on you. He likes his walk. Fair play to him. So get the bags up. We're going to be working for 3 minutes.
Nou moet jy vasbyt, hoor.
Bags up, 1 person at the bag, 1 person at the wall.
Okay.
You're going to tackle on my call. So run up, tackle, then you're going to be Conor McGregor, grab the bag, slam the bag. Get to that white cone, get back, and you're holding the bag for your partner.
Go.
That's a minute rest, that's good. Everybody ready? Everybody clear?
Ja, as jy terugkom van
You know what you're doing?
dan sit sy.
Ready? Go!
Go. Hit it.
Tackle,
Pick it up.
grab,
Hit it,
slam,
slam it.
white, back.
Go. No,
We're
get
not
ready,
going
get
till
ready,
all the
get
bags
low,
are
get
ready.
low, get low.
We're waiting for the last man there.
Okay.
Who's the last man?
say,
Don't be
up
the
us,
last
come,
man.
come,
Don't go yet.
Go.
Get back.
Go.
Get back.
Go.
Get back. No, we're starting again. You didn't listen.
Tell him up. Slam.
Stop. You go on my call. But good effort. Good effort so far. Bags ready. Once you run and come back, hold the bag, play people here, wait for my call. Now we know. Go! Tackle, slam,
Second.
white back. You get ready, you're going to my call. You've got to get these bags up quickly. We're waiting. Go too early. Slam it. Up, turn. Get all the bags up. Don't go till I call. This is tired. This should be tired. Get the bags up. Get into position. Go! Tackle. Good back. Up. Down quickly. Out quickly. Turning quickly. Come on, everything fast. Bags up. On the line. Ye get ready. We're waiting for all the bags. Go! Strong tackle with a straight bag. Drive it up and back. Slam it down more powerful the next time. That's not like Conor McGregor. That's just tapping on the ground. Not good enough. Bags up. Don't go yet. Ready? Make this powerful. Go! Tackle. Slam hard. That's better. Out and back. Quick turn. Now get these up for your partners. Get them ready. You're able to rest when you get them ready. On the line. Don't go yet. Go! Powerfully out. Slam the bag hard. On the ground. Good work. Out and back. We haven't got too much more to go, but we need to keep that intensity and that power. Bags up here. I might even give you a little bit more rest. I'm feeling very kind. Deep breaths in. Now let's try and keep that intensity. Are you ready? Go! Tackle. Slam. Nice and hard. Out and back. Ooh, we're starting to slow down. Come on, up faster. Up with the bags faster. I think we'll just do one more each. Are you ready for a big one? Ready? Go! Your last one. Big hit, big slam, big sprint. Good. Turning and bag up. Are you ready for your last big one? Explosive tackle, explosive slam, explosive sprint. Go! Good hit. Slam. Yeah, out and back. Finish on the bag. You're finished as well. And a breather now. I finished a little bit early, just watching. Good work, lads, good work. Excellent work.
Excellent, guys. Well
Bags off the pitch. We haven't finished now. We have to get ready for the next drill. Bags off
over
the pitch.
to Matty, guys.
I'll even help you.
So we want, Matty, you want
Now
8.
we're going
Right,
over to Matt.
8.
They're
Let's go 8
tired.
guys to Matty. 8
They're
to
contact
Matt,
tired.
and the other guys with Des.
Now Matt's going
8
to
to
do
Matt.
some.
1. Guys, let's pair up like you did this morning. Go pair up. 8 with Matty.
Keep walking.
First 8, and then the other guys with Desi. Let's go, boys, guys. We've got 20 seconds left.
On the line, facing forward. Need a partner here?
Yeah, partner, yeah. One of you. There we go. We've got a partner. Have you got a ball? Then you've got to be, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's his partner? Yeah. Spread out, guys. Spread out, guys. Spread out.
Wait.
Spread out.
I'll give
Spread
you a
out.
break when you get here.
Spread out.
Just facing that way on the right.
Remember to wait if you don't have the ball. Remember to wait if you don't. Go. Wait. Tell him what you want. Start passing. Ja, maar je moet wag, né? Okay, go. Pass.
You'll be-
Go. Wag.
You'll be
Go.
jogging to me and jogging
That's
back,
it.
but not yet.
Onthou jou twee bene nie by mekaar nie. Onthou jou een been.
Jogging.
Go, go, go,
Stay
go,
here.
go, 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 go,
Nice
go.
and quick, nice and
Go.
quick.
Nice and
Shift
slow.
to the hand.
Jog.
Go!
Wacht, wacht, wacht.
That's
Call,
not
call,
jogging.
call, 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 call,
And
call,
jog back.
call.
Keep moving.
Okay, remember to score and call. Get back, get back, get back, get back, get back, get back.
Keep moving.
Kijk, ons kyk hierso. Soek. Kom, vinniger pas. Go, go, go. Wag vir hom, wag vir hom,
Use
wag
the
vir hom,
easy
wag
option.
vir hom. Talk, talk, talk,
Jog
talk.
back. One more.
Guys, that position, hey, not this. Go and wait. Okay, wait for him, wait for him. Talk, call, 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 call. Well done, well done, well done. Because you waited, you could see. Well done.
With
Work
it.
back, work back, pass.
Come, guys.
Pass, pass. Go!
Score the try, score the try. Get back, get back, get back. Remember when you score, score with two hands.
So they can hear. Start the pass, start the pass, start the pass. Go!
I say, well done. Get back, get back, get back, get back.
Back to line, back in game, work back, get back, start the pass. Keep on going. Go!
Well done. Brilliant. One. Well done.
Back to line, back in game. Last couple of things.
Let's see. Come on, one more.
Start the pass, square up, down the coach goes. So we're all ready to run. Square up, square up, square up.
On you, Des.
Go!
Yep. That's
Okay.
Down!
Last one, Maddie. And we swap. Right. Okay, swap over to Des, and you guys come to us. Come. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Come on.
just walk to the white. Walk into the white.
Okay. Onthou nou om te wag. né?
Good work. Walk
And
into the
guys,
white.
remember ball control.
All
Right,
along the
score
line.
the try. Keep that ball under your chest. Hold back, hold
Yeah,
back.
spread out in this
if you're
line.
not running. Go, go, go.
Don't go away. Fill out over there. You'll only be jogging.
Wag, 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 wag.
Back to line, back in game. That's the
Back, 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 back. Run backwards. Yep. Pass, 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 pass.
Slow jogging.
Wag, wag, wag vir hom, wag vir hom.
Just jogging to here and back.
Back to line, work back, sharp passing.
Turn and slow as you want. Jogging though. Back.
Ja, hou terug. Speel. Ha, ha. Wag, wag, wag vir hom. No, tel. Well
Back
done.
again.
Get back, get back, get back. Get back, get back, get back, go.
And back again. You can rest there now after that. Keep moving.
Don't worry. What happened? Maybe too close. So,
Another pass.
go, 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 go.
Rest.
Steph, if you could just run this next one for me, I'll explain a little
Yeah.
to the coach.
Yeah.
So, coaches, we've got
Go.
three
Go.
opportunities.
Wait. Okay. Kan ons harder praat?
We've got three opportunities here to play the game, don't we? So when we get tackled, we either get long for the breakdown, we pop, or as we see in sevens and increasingly in 15s, when they get down, no defender in front, they get up, release the ball, go again. So really important to all facets of that ball carrier work. Get carried away coaching, I love it.
Ball between each partner. A ball between each pair, I should say. Give yourselves room. You know what you're doing. The bit of wrestling, etc. Give yourselves space. One player on the ground, back on the ground. I've got a minute to get them ready. That's the rest we want. Holding the ball on your chest. Player standing over. Straight back. Arms on the ball, ready to pull. So, straight back. I want to see straight backs first. Let's get balls for everyone. If not, you can grab the hands, loop the hands. Okay, you're going to be pulling the player up and down for about 5 seconds, and then I'll say rip, and you got to rip the ball out of their grip. But I want to see your back straight first. Into position. Into position. That's it. Tell your partner to get ready. Pulling up and down. Strong back. Pull. Go. I'll tell you when you're going to rip. You're not ripping yet. Get ready for the call. Rip! Now, get it out. Get it out. Rip it out. Good work. Good work. Good work. Stop. Swap. Get ready. Need to see you ready quickly. Lying down. Holding on the chest. Get into position. We're starting in 3. We're starting in 2. We're starting in 1. Go. Pulling. 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 Straight back. Too many curved backs. Pull up and down. Rip. Get it out of there. And rest. Swap. Swap. 1 more go each. Okay, straddle. Wrap arms around it. Straight back. Get in position. Starting at 3, 2, 1. Pull up and down. Pull up and down. Pull up and down. The player on the ground. Still brace your core. Rip. Your last go at this. Get rid of the ball. And rest. Swap over. Your last go at this, your partner. Into position. Grab the ball. Okay, straight back. We're starting at 3, 2, 1. Pulling. Straighten your back. I'm a little bit worried about the back position. I'm definitely going to finish after this. And rip! And get it out of there. Rest. Now, new one. We'll just do it once. 1 partner in the bear crawl position. Okay, down you go. Straight back, knees off the ground, hands on the ground. Partner, rest your chest here and put your hands behind your back. To the side, you can go to the side. Okay, squat, feet back further. Now I'm going to ask you to move your feet and go around the clock. Yeah, off you go. Not around the feet, just around the front. Yeah, control yourself, control the man underneath. And when I say wrestle, wrestle the man in the bear position to the ground with his back on the ground. Into position. Hands behind the back, feet further back. Go around the head, go around the front. Rotate, off you go, off you go. To the side, back to where you came from. Waiting for the call to wrestle. You're going to wrestle the person in the bear position to the ground. You're going to get his back on the ground. You're going to turn into Conor McGregor. Go! Grab the arms, flip him over. Hold him down. Okay, back up, swap around. We'll just do this once each. Other person in the bear position. Chest on the ground, feet back. Little tip, grab the arm to pull him and unstabilize him. Chest on the back, rotate, off you go. Feet out wide, brace your core, rotate backwards and forwards quickly. Don't go around the feet, just go around the hands and the front. Just go around the hands and the front. Wrestle! Grab the arm, flip him over, get his back on the ground, or fight back against him, and don't let it happen. And rest. Everybody down to the end. Walking down. We won't jog now, you're a bit tired. Walking down. 5 people defending. 1 on the red, 2 on the yellow, 2 on the white. 2 groups ready to go. A group of 5 with a ball. A group of, I think, 6 behind that with a ball. I'm going to time you. You've got to get through there. Defenders can only move sideways. Defenders are doing touch tackle. Once you get through, score a try. Once you get through, get around the shield and sprint back to here. I'm timing the last person back. First group, you know what you're doing? Ready? Go! Clock has started. Don't get touched. Get back. Get back. Next group ready. Keep that ball alive. Make sure you score. Go. Clock has started. Next group, get ready. You'll be starting soon. Make sure of it. Well done. Make sure you score. Touch it down. Sprint back. Around the bag. Sprint back. We want a successful score. We want a good time. We're on 15. We're on 16. We're on 17. Last man back. This is taking too long. 20, 21, 22, 23. Score a try. Beat 23. Go. Yes. Good pace. Good passing. Make sure you score it. Touchdown. Get back. Go around the bag. None like the others. You have to beat 23. You're on 14. You're on 16. You're on 17. 18. 18 to beat. Off you go. Oh. No, keep going. No try scored, but finish around the bag and get a good time. 12, 14, 16, 18. One more each. That was 19. You've the best score, 18. You scored a try, beat that. Off you go. Good. Around the bag, beaten 18. You're on 10. You're on 12. Last man counts. You're on 14. You're on 16, 17, 18. Same as the last time. One more go for yourselves. Go! Oh dear. Finish the drill. Stride out. Around the bag. (16, 17, 18). Okay, let's rest there. We would rotate the other team in. We would go for another little bit, but I'm going to calm down. I'm not going to tire them too much. So we're going to take a longer break before we move into the next block. The next block, they split into 3 groups. Team A plays Team B. Then there's 2 other games, and meanwhile I have the team that's not playing on the sideline. So we'll just get bibs while we're taking the break. Oh good, we'll keep it moving.
Coaches, sorry, if you can listen in, obviously we don't give any feedback or skill correction in the conditioning session there. But you start looking at
Okay, 5V put on the blue bibs, 5V put on the light blue bibs, and the rest keep the jerseys as your bib.
that alignment, so that working back after you pass the ball is all important. So maybe that's something static. So the groundwork. Yeah, there we are. Beautiful. It's just a little bit robotic. I'll have to see how it goes. Is it? I don't know. It's annoying me. I don't know. Can you? Yeah. This is a little bit better. Although it's more natural voice, and I'm not real keen on that either.
3 games now, yeah.
So, yeah, it's picking what's important in the drill. Obviously for us, that's a conditioning session, so we want the intensity. We're not too worried about the mistakes. We want to keep them working. What can be helpful, though, is if you've got your iPads and your phones, the groundwork to give a bit of technique, the tackle, if we're actually getting a shoulder spike in and going, what we're doing and going through. So a couple of things to keep in mind as we go. Sorry, Des.
No, it's good. Yeah, we're just coming to the end of the break in the middle of this section. It's a little bit longer, just to try and keep the quality up. We're pitching it a bit high, it's breaking down, but that's us getting to know the players. But we're still getting good intensity. They're saying the RPE is around 7. I wanted 8, so we're going to go a bit harder for the next section. So I'll be taking one group at the end who's not playing the game, and the other 2 groups will be playing the game. Which group will I take?
Who wants to go with Daisy? Who wants to go with me? The Blues go with Daisy. The Blues go with Daisy. The light Blues start playing now.
3 minutes and I'll send them back to you. We just go down here to the end. Okay, lads, line up here. We're going that way, and we're going up to that orange one back, next orange one back, hitting the wall and back. But you find yourself space. I'll start the 3 minutes now. Clock's on. You're lined up. We'll go when they get going.
Eers die bal, né? Okay, Daisy, on you. I'm ready.
It started.
Okay. Speel. Go. Vorentoe.
No.
Vorentoe.
Okay, get ready. Up to that back.
Okay,
Up to the next one back. Touch the ball back.
Speel
Up you
weer.
go.
Kom. Terug. Laat beweeg die bal in spasie. Ja. Keep going. Ja. En terug. Achterom in. Okay, mooi Tia. Okay, nou gaan jy weer. Verdediging terug. As hulle 'n fout maak, dan gaan julle gaan aan. You stay defending. Play. Nee, that's Bolt. Okay, play on. That's a mistake. Raid attack. No, raid attack.
Okay, wait
raid
here.
attack. Speel, julle moet daar druk. Verdedig. Go, play.
Oh, that's way too slow.
Jy moet eers die bal beweeg.
Yeah, we're going to be
That's
going
it.
fast this time.
Play. You can pass
Let's
without
call it
contact.
60%.
Score.
Let's
Okay,
wait till they're out of the way.
Terugblouw. Okay, move the ball.
And you'll end up doing two more
Move
of
it.
those.
Ja.
Okay, get ready.
In behind
Go.
him.
Out and back quicker.
That's it. Play forward. Go.
Make sure you
Spoed
go at the
op die
same
bal.
time.
Gaan,
Don't be
gaan,
lagging
gaan,
behind the
gaan.
guys.
Ja,
Get ready to
speel
start
weer.
the next time.
Keep going. Right, defend, Blue. You keep on defending, Blue. That's it. Okay. Blue, defend again. Ready, Tian? Kom. Gaan, Roy. Wag. Pass die bal. Waar is die spasie? Where's the space? There's two. Play the space. Keep going. Go
Okay.
through.
Line
In
up.
behind him.
Now
No.
again.
Well done. That's
Too
a
slow.
turnover. That's a turnover.
Once you're going,
okay,
you're
Blue
going to try
attack.
and beat
Blue
25
attack.
seconds.
There.
So
Julle
this is
score
your
daar.
last
Gaan.
one. Going a
Speel die
bit
bal,
quicker
speel
for
die
this
bal.
one. Not going for a while.
Speel. Well done.
giving you a
En
long
terug,
rest.
achterom in. Speel.
Not going for 20
Mooi,
seconds.
druk. Okay, Roy, defend. Keep defending. Keep
And I'll
the ball
tell
now.
you
Keep
if-
it. Ja, moet een nou agter die bal wees. Kyk waar's ek. Kyk waar klip ek. Achterom in. Speel. Well done. Chase. Where are you? Well done. Mooi. Attack. Defense, get ready. Ready, defend. Play. Speel, Tian. Mooi. Oh, red ball. Reg vir verdediging. Julle verdedig high line. Go, play. Go. Jy moet deurkom. Waar is jy? Blou. Mooi, agterom uit. Mooi. Speel. Go. Keep going. If they're not ready, play. Mooi. Gaan. Keep going. Okay, Blue, you're defending. Get ready, Blue. In a line. Okay, play red. Grab him. Ja, agter jou. Nie daar nie. Speel. Okay, Daisy, they're fatiguing. You tell me when to stop. Right, let's go. Over. Okay, the red stays. So you're in defense. Come, Blue. Come, Liam. Jog. You guys are defending. Right. Come, Liam. You guys are attacking. Get 5 back on the white cone. Right. Okay, Liam. Move the ball. Get through the contact, then play. Okay? Always somebody trailing the ball. Always. And then left and right. Okay, move the ball into space. Attack the space. And in behind him, play. Jy gaan in kontak en speel. Keep the ball alive. Play. In behind him. Mooi, Liam. Brilliant. Okay, keep attacking, Liam. Go. Where's the red defense? Move the ball. Move it. Back in behind you. Well done. Speel. Okay, red ball, red attack. Verdedig blou. Gaan Roy, gaan. Score. Achterom in. Red, we've got to get ready. Okay. Speel. Go. Move the ball. Move it. In behind him. Where are you? Okay, play on. Kom, kry dit in spasie. Speel, pass away. Mooi. Well done. Keep going. Defense, get set. Defense, get set. Grab him. Hold on to him. Well done. Good decision. Play through. Hold on to the ball. Okay, Liam, play. Liam, play. Hold on. Play on. It's still yours. Move it. Oh. Okay. Keep going, red ball. Get back. Nou laat ons te veel voor. Loop gou terug. Just walk back. Walk back. We'll start again. Okay, come on, Red, keep the ball. Okay, what are we doing wrong? We're offloading? Yeah. We've got to get through, and there's no guy tail gunning. Where's the tail gunner? I always want a tail gunner behind the ball. That's the secret, okay? Tail gunner scores. Ready? Go. Play. Move it. Move the ball. And in space. Play in behind him. Where's the tail gunner? That's it. Okay, and play. Get ready, defense. Get ready, defense. Get ready. Defense is hard work. Get ready. But what happened? I played here. I must go through the contact. Okay, it's blue ball, red. You guys are defending here. You're defending here. Wanneer op julle hande op die knieë staan, mooi regop. Is he on you? Done. Huh? Okay. Done. RPEs? Where are we? 7. Okay.
Okay, lads, walk it over to the red. You're just doing 2 more runs and you're done. Well done for your effort so far. Well done for your commitment. Well done for your intensity. I want to see, can you do what you did at the start of the session? That's real high intensity repeatability. So they were able to do this drill in 15 seconds at the start. Can you do it in 15 seconds at the end? To the yellow, turn, run backwards. To the white, shuttle, finish here. Give yourselves room. Good suggestion by you. So you've just got 2 left to do. You're going on the whistle. And you're trying to beat 15 seconds. Turn, lower down, stride out, accelerate. Turn on the white. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Really good effort. But you're going again. You got to do it twice. Resetting the clock, don't go before the whistle. Who can do below 15 again? Turn properly, lower body position. Stride out, go to the white, finish at the red. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Well done. Now, come over to the crowd, to the coaches, I should say. Honesty is the important thing. We did 45 minutes. Don't need major technology. I know we did about 900 meters high-speed running. I know we did about 100 contacts of variation. Now, honesty is important here. Your own figure. 10 is the hardest match you ever played. 1 is walking around Dorth Street. And what was that section? 9. 8. 9. 8. 8. 9. Solid 8. Good 8. 8. 8. 8. 8.5. 8. We did what we wanted to achieve, but most importantly, we did it with the young players. The young players committed. And I always think back to Arsenal Academy's values. Discipline, humility, respect. I know the students in Paul Roos have brilliant discipline, have excellent respect, have excellent humility. And that helps so much in the sessions. So lads, you're brilliant. Thanks very much.
So just a quick question. Did you enjoy being coached by the Beatles? How was that? Huh?
And that creates,
I know.
in our week, each day should look different. So the previous session was 4, 5, technical, tactical. This one, rugby fitness, up to 8. If you place us in the right part of the week, you periodise properly, and you taper leading into the game. So it's a very important area, because if I do observations, which I do, I go into audit environments, sometimes coaches struggle to get this intensity. But equally, sometimes strength conditioners are a bit too, oh, let's look after the players. Oh, we don't want to injure them. The balance is, yeah, tapering before the game, periodizing properly, doing high sessions when you should do high, and doing low sessions when you should do low, and not doing the same every session, monotonous, mid-intensity session.
You switch. So guys, as the coaches, can I ask you, what have you seen here that we've presented on the physical demands? What did we cover in this session? Can I ask anybody, what did we cover? Do you want to have a go? What did we cover in this session? So there was running, tackling, and he said passing, catching. Okay, what else? Communication. What else? So how many of the boxes that we've covered, physical demands that we showed you, did we tick in this session? Quite a number. Although we didn't have real collisions, we had contact with the ground and up. Okay, so that could be a collision. That's a massive, massive job to do. The bigger you are, the harder you work there. So we've covered quite a lot, plus we combined it with all the conditioning aspects. And we work rest ratio fairly accurate. So that's the intensity, okay, that you want to work on in this session. Right.
Just from me, pardon me, anyone got a feedback for me on the play that you watched? How many times they had ball in hand? 5? Anyone beat 5? Anyone see a player touch it more than 5 times in that game? No. Yeah. 7? Good work. How many?
9 times.
9 times, well done. So you can see there's a variation as we go through though. And the goal was to cover, what did we say meters-wise to start with?
We were aiming for over 900 metres above 5.5 metres per second.
And we nailed that. And our contacts as well.
100,
over 100.
tackle bag hits or wrestles or
Perfect.
contacts.
And in that game there, between 5 and 9 touches in hand, just in that small period alone of 3 minutes. So through the day, we would have had 100 to 200 ball in hand, I'd say, as well. So not a bad little session.
And we've got the session planned now. We might be doing this session in 2 weeks, in 3 weeks. We know, okay, they weren't ready for the 3-minute game. Let's stick at 2.5. We might want to get a few more meters. Let's do a few more reps of Steph's drill, the second drill. Let's do a few more reps of the runs. And we're gradually overloading the players to move those figures on in a proper plan. But one thing I might add, every one of us as coaches should reflect on our sessions every time. So I reflected on my session yesterday, and I had lots of ideas come to my head, and I was speaking to a lot of you. So in terms of long-term athletic development and how Setanta can help, if you're interested, give your email to Ben. I'm going to get ideas in my head, and we'll do a webinar for people that are interested. So over there, if you want to give your email to Ben, I think we can help going forward with ideas, resources, education. For those interested, we'll get together on a webinar in the future. Pass your emails on to Ben. Thank you.
Gents, thank you very much. Any questions to the three of them? Or was everything covered? Christian, happy days. Well, the first one, and then we start going, and there'll be 3 more, hopefully.
Coach, I don't know if I'm using the right term. Please help me. We're talking about adaptation. Can you manipulate that to the relevance of how you want to play or your philosophy?
So adaptation. My guiding point is the head coach, how he wants to play. Is it like Connacht Rugby? Is it keeping the ball alive? Or is it like a team that's very defensive, kicks a lot, that there's lots of contacts, they want to dominate the ruck? Whatever it may be, coach tells me, and we create something that emphasizes that. If it's a big running game, there's more games here. There's more passing under fatigue. If it's a big contact game, there's more rucking pads, there's more tackle pads, there's more tackles, there's more body position in rucks, there's more ground mobility. It's guided by the coaching philosophy. That's why I put such emphasis on that. Tell me how you want to play, coach. Let's design the conditioning to achieve that. Here on the pitch, in the gym, in the strength and power sessions, and the speed units before the team trainings, as well as the technical, tactical content, which is the most important. So getting the players ready for that. Now there's lots of variables to come into that. You have to see what types of players you have that might dictate the philosophy, or it might be a strong school philosophy of how they play. I know Clongowes in Ireland like to play running rugby, flowing rugby. It's a very Leinster thing as well. So yeah, back to the philosophy, how the sessions are designed to create the adaptation.
Yeah, and then the second one, it goes to management of the session. So I don't know if it's a good idea, because preferably I like to, before starting a session, so that I minimize talking, I plan out the session. Then before starting the all of the session of the kids, we go station by station, so that we say, oh, this station are doing this station are doing this. Then we put codes. So we go, 2 minutes we're done with this, everyone green, everyone red. So that's how I like to manage it, rather than me going around and shouting and then putting out the objective to say, okay, these are the objectives. I know it's fatigue, but I'm forcing you to come up with this.
Good clarity. And yeah, that's a common method. You do the warm-up going through the session that's coming, so the players are clear. And we came here to meet the players at 8 o'clock this morning to go through those activities. Because if we didn't do that, and fair play Steph, it was his idea, probably would have been a bit of a shambles. So doing the session in the warm-up, getting them used to it, really important. But to get the intensity up to the 8s, 9s, to recreate a match where you're going bone on bone against your arch rivals, you gotta motivate, you gotta encourage, you gotta shout. But there's lots of different ways, and different players prefer different interactions, and that's getting to know the players. There's certain players I never shouted at. There's certain players that wanted me to shout at them. That's the art of coaching that Mike was touching on yesterday. And then the non-verbal communication and the verbal communication between the coach, analyst, and the conditioner. Some games were supposed to be longer. We made them shorter because the skills were breaking down. I was going to do way more runs. I pulled it down because the players were at that certain level. And sometimes the plan in pencil, it changes. And this is the first session with the players. Once you do the first session, I know what they can do. That's my baseline. And the second session becomes easy. Third session easier, fourth session easier. From my own thoughts.
Any other questions?
I'll just add one more little point to that as well. Even though we're shouting and motivating too, if we see something in the coachable moment, we might just have a quiet word with that player. If it doesn't involve the whole group, the feedback, we don't want to miss that opportunity to give them something that they'll improve on too. So, yeah, I quite like that thought.
Okay, guys, I just want to ask, for a high school perspective, you cannot like just in a warm up, and so like you want to activate your boys' muscles and then they're focusing on what you're teaching them. So can you not just like do like the training, like the interval training what we did here, and on a lower load and a lower fatigue, and then they make a muscle memory on that, and then you make the next training like a load that they understand the muscle memory, and then because I understand where you guys from, because you want to test their stress and you want to let them get stress, if I'm correct, stress in the muscles and stress in what they need to do. But isn't it smart for like our high school kids for beginning, just like get the muscle memory in, how to do it, how the perfect technique, and then do next training load and fast and no rest time? It's just a question.
It's a good observation. I'll let the other coaches talk as well.
Thank you first.
And that's logical, yeah, because this is one session that you might do once a week, you might do every second week, depending on the stage of the season. Really high intensity. Then you've got 2, 3 other sessions. And you'll want to work on ball placement, and you'll want to work on a game where they're passing, catch pass. And you might do the same activity or you might do something different, but it's the key coaching points and it's the key principles of the game, and they're reinforced. So then when they come into this high fatigue, what's the key coaching points? What are the principles I'm trying to work on? Running onto the ball at pace, the catch pass, keep coaching principles, and they're reinforced again and again. Yeah, one session doesn't change everything. The reinforced points throughout the week.
So what we've picked up here is obviously catching and passing. They struggle with a short pass. They also struggle, for example, working off the ball. So they like to run in a straight line, ball must come back to them. They don't follow ball. Do you know what I'm saying? So, and then, is there acceleration when you hit the ball? No, there wasn't. You know, there were guys tired. So what I will do on the catch pass side, I will do a lot of that, rectifying it slowly but surely. Then you go to the breakdown. You see, we ask them to score the try, to really protect the ball when they go to ground. Keep the ball under their chest. How often did you see a guy go to ground with ball under one arm? So what happens? Hits the ground, the ball spills. So there's a coaching point for the week when we go into our slower, more technical, tactical. So we've made a lot of observations here. We'll rectify it, we'll slow things down, and then we'll test again next week. Okay, but the aim of today was to see, can we integrate with a bunch of new guys? As I said, the last time the Beatles were together was 20 years ago. So we got together, we added a lead singer from Led Zeppelin, and you know, so it was mix and match. But what the aim was, let's see, can we take the physical demands, marry them, okay, and get the kids to an 8. We've achieved that. Okay, now we break down and we build up again.
Yeah, and me, if I was with that school team, I'd be setting targets. Right, guys, 6 to 8 weeks it takes to make a meaningful change. We're going to get all under 14 in the shuttle, and we're going to beat 18 seconds and score a try in our pass and V-drill. And they're thinking, they're focused on that. And the ball skills will improve in the training. And the running fitness will improve in the training. And they'll get a faster run and score, and they'll get a faster catch, pass, run activity. And it's targets for them for the future. And you know, as your coach, is your program working? Yeah, they're improving, and everything progresses nicely.
Yeah. And probably just one last point on that too is the planning of your training week. So as we said before, bigger days or quieter days, we used to have what we call a tradie session, which was all about core skill. So it might be the 9 clearance pass, or it might be a whole catch pass, or it might be a groundwork session where all we did was sort of combat stuff on the ground, making sure that we got the core technique right, and there was nothing else coaching focus wise other than that. So that was a small portion of our week. That then those core skills, when we do a big directive session like that, that we're assuming or we're hoping that are locked in. So it's about prioritising what your objective of that session is, but recouping what your overall goals are.
We've got time for one more.
Is there one last question?
I think we've covered it.
So one over here. Yeah. And I've got one for you. Who's going to win the sevens this weekend?
Thank you for the presentations. I had a question about critical success factors for performance. Based on what did you define those factors?
Yeah, so what we do is in our high performance program, when we audit, we say the most important asset is your player. So putting your player first. Then you look at leadership. Okay, so that player needs to be led, and then the entire team underneath that. So then you build it. So once you've got that sorted out, your staff part, your player part, then you say, right, what do they need? They need a good training environment, a daily training environment. This is obviously the ultimate. You've got an indoor, you've got 5 pitches, but you don't have that in the rest of the world. But how can we make the daily training environment better? And then we say, all right, we need data. Okay, where do we get our data? We get it from our sports scientists and we get it from our analysts. Those are the 2 big data pointers. Are we hitting? Are we improving? Are we going low? And then you go welfare. So if something goes wrong, you know, how quick do we get a guy diagnosed? Okay, and how quick can we get him back to play? Because if you've got a marquee player, you've lost him game 1, that's a hell of a lot of money that you're paying out. Having the guy, Archie Snyman, John Klein, for example, Munster has lost. And then the last thing that we plan is competitions campaign. So let's say the ask is that our first team must go unbeaten. How do we build it? What do we do with the central governor? Can we keep going for 16 weeks consecutively? Ooh, you know, we probably need to micromanage within there. And I'll go back to Desi and Matty and say, Desi, Matty, are we gonna drop off at 12 weeks, or how can we prevent dropping off at 12 weeks? That becomes a macro, meso, and micro plan. So that's basically how we measure it. Does that make sense? Does that answer you? Oh no, there's a lot of research that went into that. So that's the model that we use when we work with a high performance country. So no, the research is massive on that. You know. And from experience, I can also say that, yeah, kind of works.
Thank you, guys. Steph, Des, Matt, that was brilliant. I just want to present you guys a little gift. Nick, thank you very much for your time.
The Beatles. We'll see that with this. Okay.
Lovely. Thanks.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. I don't think it'll make home.
Cheers. Thank you.
Okay.
You.
Cheers,
The
mate. Thanks, mate.
Beatles.
Thanks, mate.
I think we can all agree that it's not every day that you have the privilege to sit in a crowd and see how they tied all together. So that was brilliant, gents. There's a lot of planning that went in through that. The Paul Roos guys at the back, thank you very much, guys. We'll aim to get at 10 tomorrow, so just be nice and early and have a good stretch. No, it won't be a 10, it'll be a 3, so please do come back tomorrow. Do not disappear. We won't give you your shorts and hat yet, because then you will disappear. But that was thanks for the effort, guys. Really appreciate it. We're going to go on a break now, so we'll have a decent half an hour break. It's 11 o'clock now, perfect timing.